It's the first day of summer as far as I'm concerned, guys. It is nice out today. I've got the studio garage doors open. So we're gonna do a little studio update. I haven't done one of these work in progress ones for a while, just because, you know, life, hectic. Studio's a bit of a mess. We actually, I was down at Blue Table painting about a couple weeks ago when they were moving from Spanish Fort to Salt Lake, and I was actually able to get a hold of. Sean was nice enough to give me all the old Blue Table terrain stuff. So it's pretty packed in here right now. Got stuff everywhere. We're actually in the process of, as you can see, we got doors and windows right here. We're going to be building a warshed, as I like to call it. The warshed is going to be our dedicated battle report room. It's also going to be where we do some painting. It's going to, you know, this table is going to go out there. Just going to sit right out here in the front of the garage right here. So this is going to be like a 12 by 16. But let's go through and kind of see what I'm working on today. Doing some Etsy orders right now. We actually have a new Etsy product going up. You remember I did the basic 40K ruins last summer. We don't do a whole lot of basic level stuff anymore other than that particular product. Most of our stuff is shifting up in level, just experience. So keep an eye out for new quality levels coming out in this next little bit. Sometime this summer. I'm going to actually have the first of our legendary terrain projects coming out. But this is a new product. This is the heroic level of the 40K basic ruins. Had an Etsy client contact me wanting to get a set, but added some requests in, and those requests actually kicked it up a little bit. So went ahead and just decided to make a new product out of it. So it's still the same basic design, except that you have a third story on one of them, and you also now have more details. We got rid of the caved-in windows. They're kind of crappy looking, because the basic ruins are built to be built quick, fast, and cheap. These are a little bit more pricey. The basic ruins are normally 200 plus shipping. This set is going to be 500 with shipping included. We're getting into the point where we just include the shipping in the Etsy purchases because we already know how big of a box these things are going to go in, so we can get an estimate on how much shipping is going to be anywhere pretty much. Now I'm getting ready to base these. I'm also doing a set of forest flats for another Etsy client, and these are actually going to match our overgrown forests, like our deep forest sets. So you're going to have all these X's or like where trees are going to go. So this is going to be like a forest city ruins. And that's going to be really cool because that means that you could get our forest sets, you could get this set, you could get the hills and rock sets, and you're going to have a lot of options for a really tied-in thematic table. So that's what's going on right there. Been working on some Eldar terrain recently for our Eldar Maiden World client. That's actually been put to the side for the moment for me to make sure that I can focus on the right projects again. I had this bad habit of getting multitasking too much. Multitasking is bad for me. I've also got one of my trainees. I'm training him on how to paint. We've got some artists that have been working with us. This is Jojo has been helping on this one. This is our high detail level Gray Knights, which we're working on. So just to kind of show off the example model, this is what they're all going to look like. It's going to look pretty dang awesome. Jojo's been kind of sick lately, so this has just kind of been sitting here while we were waiting on her to get back in here. Which you'll meet her. She's just moving and getting sick. We're also working on the Bearded Dragon Castle. That's gonna be right after this Etsy project. I'm gonna be working on that, getting all that done. And then, you know, our casting as usual has been going on. So a little short update of what's going on. But let me show you some project stuff. Lath has been working on a lot of Space Wolf Valkyries. They're sort of a stand-in army for sisters. Let me see if we've got one I can show off to you. So they all have these statuesque miniature heads, and he's got a bunch of them at home right now. Got the Pacific Rims Tyranids waiting to be painted. Those are going to get painted here soon. we've got this really nifty looking Bloodthirster that I'm going to be painting in between projects for a little bit of a break. It's like the drag racer, Bloodthirster. Pretty cool. Tons of stuff. We also have these models sitting here. These are going to be our new standards examples for painting levels. And then a couple Infinity figs back there for a friend of mine. And then we got Chaos Space Marines down there and trees. Lots of trees. So yeah, pretty busy in the studio. We're going to have a lot going on this summer, so make sure to stay tuned for regular updates. You know, for example, I've got this. Secret Weapon Miniatures. Mr. Justin sent me a bunch of skull bases for the Khorne Demonkin army that I'm putting together. Well, I'm not putting it together. My assemblers are putting it together because I am dirt slow at assembly. I gave up on that ghost. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more project updates. I'll have some finished products later in the next week or two. And then I'll also throw out some more updates as we get our new artists trained up and showing off their skills.